Welcome to another episode of Blended Views Unfiltered, where we talk life, love, and business. This is DeAndre.
This is Nick.
This is Shamara.
Welcome back, Shamari.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Hi.
It's a pleasure and a delight to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here, you guys.
For those of you guys who do not know, who don't follow the show often, this is Nick's lovely wife, Shamari. Well, Shamara.
Beautiful wife.
Shamari. You want to call me Shamari again?
I call her Shamari. You have a good weekend?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We did.
I missed last week. I missed my Blended Views family.
Yeah, we missed you too, Doc.
I was on my way back in town. We had a little getaway, a much needed little couples getaway.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town. I love Chi-Town. I love Chi-Town
Windy
family.
City.
They treated us good there. Had a great time. Much needed.
I wish that y'all would have at least found the cupcake vending machine.
I wish I would have remembered to text you about it.
There was so much going on.
I think that's the best part of Chicago is the cupcake vending machine. For those of you who are in Chicago or plan on going to Chicago, you got to check out the cupcake vending machine. Them joints are fire.
There was so much going on.
It's off the Millennium Mile. That's what it's called. Right?
Magnificent.
No, but isn't there
a Millennium something,
something
In Chicago?
I think so.
I know there's well, no, that's Millionaire. That's in Fort Lauderdale. Either way, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I first want to touch on a very troublesome issue. My man, Ja Morant.
Oh, yeah.
Before we even like Ja Morant, like.
Well, let's give it the backstory. Ja Morant is a prominent young athlete in the NBA.
Oh.
Probably within the next, what would you say, maybe 3 to 4 years, maybe the face of the NBA.
Yes.
Okay, I know who you got.
Easy.
So he's easily coming up, very athletic, very, a great basketball player. Unfortunately, he was on Instagram Live a couple weeks ago, flashing a gun, partying, and found himself in a world of hell, world of trouble, let me say that.
And not only that, but my man then punched out a teenager. That was last summer.
Oh,
I thought he was just in a strip club.
Probably that too, but that
He got suspended for 3 games, and then he was in the strip club.
He's suspended longer than that now. But he
no,
punched the teenager, was flashing the gun in, and then he on IG Live trying to be a gangster. I guess my issue is
Hit him with the 8 Mile.
like, yes, like, bruh, like, why would you want to throw away your life and your career just to try to prove that?
But they say he's looking at a
$200
$200 million contract.
Yes.
Oh my Lord!
And this dude want to be a gangster. But you know what they say? Like, ball players want to be rappers. Rappers want to be ball players. So that they like to emulate one another all of the time.
You know, I don't get it. And you know what? This can tie into, I don't know what's so cool about trying to be like that. I don't get it. And it ties into the situation with my man, Michael B. Jordan. They call him my man was corny back in the day.
Oh, yeah, the corny joint.
He's definitely not corny.
Well, they got to call my man corny back in the day. Just because, he might have been a little different. Artistic people, they say he's walking around with his head shot, showing people. It's a little different in high school, but it worked out for him.
But here's the thing. I heard like some guys getting at him because they were saying like, dude, don't show them like you were sweating. Like Marlon, Wayans, he went on Breakfast Club and he was talking like, dude, you don't let them see you sweat. Like you was a little boy in that moment because you could see it all over his face that you were a little boy. Yeah, you called me corny. It was you because I never forgot. And he was like, you should have held that in because you're not corny because you're doing it. Like, you're showing it.
Well, so
I wasn't mad.
It wasn't even so much of them calling him corny in high school other than the fact that a couple of days before that, they had said it on the podcast that he was corny. And he just like, I don't know if I really blame him for that.
I'm not mad at him
because why you want to talk like that? Now, granted, the lady who was the one that was interviewing him, she wasn't the one that said it. It was her co-host. She just kind of chimed in and agreed, and she did make a comment as well, though, about going to the same.
She did.
Yeah, she did make a comment too, but it was like, why you want to come up and be all smiling and excited?
Want my interview
all
now.
Over my
but I'm the cornball.
But I'm the cornball.
I'm corny.
But why is he corny? But like we got cats trying to show guns and walk around. It's one thing. Like I don't know if we ever talked about on this podcast. We believe in guns, protecting yourself and things of that nature. But it ain't nothing to be flashy about. It ain't nothing to be sitting there waving it around and stuff like that. And so it's like that's trying to be cool and he's corny. Like, I feel like we're so twisted up on what's what's corny and what's what needs to be.
Well, that goes to the whole. We said it before. The nice guys finishing last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone, most women go for the bad guy. The guy who they think would protect them or be one of them. They don't go for the good guy. They always get overlooked until they make it, per se. And then once they make it and the woman don't, it's kind of like, hey, now they want corny.
Yeah. Right.
As
they get older.
Yeah.
They want corny.
It typically doesn't work out. I've been watching this show on Netflix called Sex Life. Y'all ever seen that joint?
I seen the show. I seen the it popped up on the browser. I just haven't.
Excuse me.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Hold on now. She didn't tell me she watched it now.
No, I did not finish season 2.
Oh, I didn't even know you was in
So you a season
1.
and a half in.
I don't know.
I'm a season and a 1. Season and a 1 in.
That first season was intense,
That's
wasn't
like One in a Possible on Spades.
That first season was.
Season got me.
That'd have had you at the day like, God.
Yeah,
that's definitely one that'll have you up until the wee hours of the morning watching it because it's pretty.
Don't worry about it. It's not nothing serious.
It's pretty intense. It's a lot less.
I have to protect. I got to protect my mind.
It's more of a It's more of a storyline in season 2 though.
Is it?
It's more story than it is.
Well, when I
it's still intense. It's still
Really?
It's probably a lot more, but they're just quicker and not as intense.
I'm glad they gave her friend
TVMA?
a story.
No.
What is this?
This is.
You got R. You got the TVMA. That's a little like soft.
This is. No, this is don't.
That.
Yeah, this is don't watch it.
If
kids are around, don't watch it.
It's in between like softcore and hardcore.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh goodness gracious.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
No, but now I like when I no listen.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
No, watch it together. Something will pop off.
No, because
it won't. The storyline,
it's really not because it's about her cheating on her dude,
yes,
her husband,
and it plays into the point that she got the good guy after
the bad guy did her wrong,
being the slower, and
and
after the bad guy did her wrong, but
she wasn't.
So she's cheating on the bad guy with the good guy.
No.
The bad guy did her dirty.
Did her dirty. So she ended up living the suburban lifestyle, but she always had this burning passion and desire
to be back
with that guy and in the that lifestyle that she had because the good guy was nothing like any of the guy. Like there wasn't no hot steamy sex.
It was all like because he was trashed though. Like he didn't want to do it with her. Like she get in the shower with him. He's like, I got to take a shower.
Yeah, I gotta take a shower. I gotta go to work.
Yeah, and then she tried to do it when he get home, and he's like 5 seconds, and then while he doing it, he watching the baseball game.
That was funny.
I said, man,
well, that might be multitasking.
It is multitasking.
What?
And it happened a lot more than women think. Don't let them be on that TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Be sitting there.
That's
like,
what do you mean, Nick? What do you mean?
What else? What else? Today? It's like, no.
What?
It's a good show, but it goes to show like that lifestyle. It's like even when you get the good guy and the good life,
even when you get out of it,
you still got that. And then it turns out that a lot of her female friends and that same thing. Yeah,
I guess it's like the saying, like Ludacris said, be a woman in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Like keep up that image, but you still gotta have that. Like,
don't let it be an image though.
Oh yeah. Keep up that who you are,
right.
But still be that fierce beast in the bed.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing: like when her husband was living up to like reading her stuff and was doing what she wanted, she was perfectly fine with him.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and call him a simp for that though. I mean, he was reading her journal and got so mad, insecure, jealous. He was everything to the point where he's like.
Trying to do.
She's writing about her and these other guys' sexcapades, and this dude sitting there beating his meat.
Yeah, that was weird.
While reading the story of
but
his wife then wrote, "This is how I used to. He would do this to me and do this," and he like what?
But listen, while he's beating his stuff, he's upset.
Yes. It was the weirdest thing ever.
It's so weird. He's really
he was a simp. So he's just basically trying to, let me just be them. It's just like, bro, that ain't
So then
you.
he tried to do what they were doing, and he was like,
and it just wasn't the same.
I can't do it.
Yeah. To the second season. But anyways, that's...
Really? I didn't get into it.
But that
watch it, though.
That goes into what we're saying about the whole,
We'll see.
No, finish that season. But it goes to show the good guys typically do. I mean, finish last. But that's the image that that a lot of women kind of go for, is like the bad guy until the bad guy do them wrong or don't get
One
them
thing
wrong.
I did hear about a woman, she said she said a lot of times that perceived protection value comes from that thug gangster type, like, I know you're gonna protect me type. So it's like that's almost what they're seeking out. That's why they're kind of attracted to that.
Yeah.
Almost to like, this corny dude might not be able to protect me if something pop off type deal.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, what is protection? Like, what version of protection are you even looking for? And do you actually need? Because if you live in a certain lifestyle, that protection is gonna look a little different. Right. And you know, if you want a thug like guy, or per se a tough guy type, then you probably gonna be living in the area where that's gonna be needed.
Right. No, seriously.
So,
because you are right, protection can come in different forms and stuff like that. Protecting your emotions, protecting your heart, protecting, you know, your mindset. You know,
it looks different.
Come in different
Here's
forms.
the thing, though. At least for me, is that I want protection of the mind and the heart and stuff too. But I want to know that you can punch a dude out if I need it.
Well, yeah.
So I need you to have a little bit of that roughness in you.
So what if
but still be a good
something
guy.
popped off and your husband wasn't throwing hands?
I want to feel protected.
You would not feel protected at all? What if he had hands, just the other cat's hands was just a little better, he got knocked out or just lost
Nick
the fight?
put up a good fight, I ain't mad at him.
all right.
I need him to put up a good fight.
Listen, I just need to know that my man's not going to be counted out.
He ain't going to turn around and run. That's all I want to know. I want to know that he ain't going to say, hey, babe, let's just walk away. Nah.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you got to be smart about it.
Well, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, not saying like rough, but I want you to know that you're like a manly man.
Yeah.
So I need you to be able to throw them hands as well.
I got you.
This day and age, ain't no throwing no hands.
I know.
You're right.
Because cats ain't throwing hands back.
Nah, they're just throwing guns.
That's what I'm saying. Cats got to be careful, man.
So I got another question. So this is off topic of the whole Ja Morant thing, but Ja Morant, you need to be better.
You got to do better.
I'm mad.
Our word is to be better. Be better in all aspects of life. Just be better. So,
you got it.
what do you guys use while showering or bathing? Loofahs or wash rags?
A wash rag.
Wash rag.
Why?
I guess.
I need to.
Have y'all seen this debate recently?
No.
Of how people don't use, like, some people is just like they don't use rags. They either use loofahs or just the soap.
How you supposed to get in them crevices?
The soap.
They put the soap in the crevices.
We grew up on using rags.
Wait, what?
I ain't grew up on loofahs. I didn't feel clean when I was using loofahs.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay.
Slide that soap.
Not everybody uses a bar soap. Like, I use liquid soap.
Okay. Use them hands. Get up in the.
I know you.
I'm just saying.
You
this is
lying
what
to me.
people. This is what people do. Now it is. Now,
Do they wash their dishes with their hands?
I hope not. I'm just saying. So it's so.
Listen, I'm not judging anybody the way that they shower. If you walk in this room and you smell good,
Then cool.
and you ain't got skid marks running down your underwear, then you're cool. But that kind of go back on how you wipe yourself. I'm not judging nobody.
How you wipe yourself? You know what they said on the Breakfast Club the one week? It was funny because I was listening to it on the way taking the kids to school, and I don't know why, but Sugar was like, "Don't wear white underwear."
Yeah.
Because of
What? Yeah.
it was Ray J. That's who it was. Ray J was told there talking about the joint was hilarious, talking about you got to wear a certain color pair of drawers or else, you know, it's gonna show with somebody. He said it's disrespectful to the person washing your clothes to be seeing them streaks. It was like, well, what if you all up in there? He said, nah, if you ain't wiping with wet wipes.
You do the wet wipe, then you do toilet paper after.
I'm just saying, listen. So,
Like I said, I ain't judging nobody.
So y'all saying wash rag?
That's what
Yes.
I.
Oh my God.
It's basically they were comparing it to like other cultures, like in African American culture, like we were raised on rags.
You gotta scrub that dirt off.
You gotta. We weren't raised on like I used loofahs and I used rags, but I wasn't introduced to a loofah until.
Well, you get.
I start messing with a white man.
You get the
guess the
loofah. You
loofah's
can
for
get
your
your
back,
back
right?
though. Like
I didn't know what a loofah was.
no, because I had a loofah when I was younger. My mom, well, I had a rag too, but she would say get your back with it. Cause it's on a stick. So I would be like doing this, but I had a rag. We had to use both.
What did you grow up using? So Ricans use rags too.
Yeah, we. I'm not judging nobody on how they clean. Like if you walk in a room, you smell good. Use a rag, loofah in your hand. That's how you clean.
I'm just saying, white folks don't mind using just the soap.
I'm not holding their hand.
No, shaking that hand ain't gonna get that butt.
So when you when you go over somebody's crib and you jump in there and you see the hair all over the soap.
Yeah, no. Oh, you actually, yes,
you're
right.
Oh my God. I never thought about that.
I don't want to be.
First off, why you looking at their soap like that? You gonna be behind
the curtain? You can't help but see it.
No, you gotta go behind the curtain.
I'm saying if you over there and you take a shower, or if you go over there and you happen to just if the curtain is open.
Do you go through people's cabinets if you go over their house?
Listen, we go keep it a buck here, okay? Most people go through folks' stuff and then I don't.
I do.
See,
I don't. I have done it. I don't do it. I have done it.
I'm over here like.
So let me not say they. Let me not say that they do it, but it's something like it's not uncommon. Like you like to think that somebody is just like oh, they just gonna go use the bathroom. You over here just
tinkling on the toilet. I'm like, let me pull back this shot. Oh, okay, I like that. I got that too. And then you just sit and keep going.
You be like, ugh. And nowadays, because we got these phones,
I like to check
you be in there snapping pictures, and then you be in your group chat. Like, look at this dirty.
Oh, that's wrong. I don't do that. I'm a good person.
I try to check to see if they got any like spraying stuff up under the. If you ain't got no dish, you know,
what kind of cleaning products?
No, I know you ain't cleaning this properly.
Listen.
I like to pull back and you open that, you see that Comet, that bleach, that Lysol. I'm like, okay, you know, I feel comfortable sitting my bare butt on this, you know.
I don't do bare butt at people's houses.
Why not? You putting toilet paper around the seats at people's houses?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do that.
No joke. I put toilet paper around people's
But you know
houses.
what? It depends on like for me, like first impressions or everything. Like if I walk in your house and it's looking a little suspect.
No,
number one, I'm not gonna do number two at your crib unless I absolutely have to. If I absolutely have to, then I'm putting down.
Excuse me, if I don't feel comfortable, I'm not using the number two there. I might not even piss.
He's lying.
That's a different circumstance. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Now you gotta. But if it's just like you know, you just get that little rumble where it's like it ain't all the way there yet. But if you getting like now if I'm turtle shelling and I gotta go somewhere,
okay, baby.
You know what the turtle shell is?
Yeah, man. We know. They know.
Little picky boo.
When you
get
that turtle shell, you gotta go do what you gotta do.
Y'all a mess.
I don't eat at everybody's house.
You put the toilet paper down and you still squat.
Yeah, that's a little too much work.
Nope.
Yeah, if you still squatting, why you got to put the toilet paper down?
Yeah,
because
you get tired.
Okay, so I learned about this. My God,
that's defeating the
purpose. So smart though.
I mean,
yes, you know my thighs be shaking sometimes
on the toilet
because sometimes I pee for a long time. No, one time I actually like slipped in a bathroom and my butt hit the toilet and I didn't have nothing on the toilet.
You just pissed. You jumped back up real quick.
It was a public restroom.
I was just at my buddy's house this weekend. Well, we was in Chicago. My man, I don't know why, he had this abnormally large toilet. Like, you ever forget to put the toilet seat down, you almost fell in?
Yeah.
That's how it was with the toilet seat. I'm like, why is your toilet so big?
His toilet is about the size of this chair.
That's what, and I'm kind of a bigger gentleman.
You so like big babes?
I don't know, but I said at the end like this, like, please don't fall, Lord, if I rock, it's gone.
Maybe it's built for some Lizzo type babes.
No.
Maybe he like big babes.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah.
No, move on.
Okay.
I'm not going to get canceled.
I'm just saying.
So we all say it's a cultural thing. With
it's a wash rag.
Yeah, it must be a cultural thing then.
Let me ask you this.
Do you feel like you get all the way clean with your hands?
Do you use rags or do you use Brillo pads or not, like sponges for your dishes?
I sponge it out now because they got the two sides.
Okay, I always grew up
on the rags.
I use the rag.
Yeah, I grew up in the
rag. I do both actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we use the Good Daddy, GoDaddy.
Scrub
Daddy to get that with that. And then we use the rag.
Yeah, that's a website.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a Scrub Daddy.
Nice.
Yeah, she used a sponge for that joint.
Yeah.
What's funny is, the dishwashing joint. I done had a dishwasher probably in every place for the last decade plus, and I ain't never used it. Just because I grew up washing dishes by hand.
Yeah, Dre, I hate washing dishes. I got to do it.
We are the dishwasher. We have a dishwasher.
That's what my mom used to say all the time.
Yep,
why we ain't got no dishwasher? And she used to say, yeah, I got 3 of them.
That's what my mom said.
That's a mama thing.
Yeah, it is. Got to be. So how old were y'all when y'all started cleaning up? First started cleaning?
Like 5.
No, man, not that young.
Because I gotta pick up my own toys.
Yeah, what do you mean cleaning up? You mean because this
like if you had like chores,
stuff?
yeah, like chores.
Chores.
Probably maybe around 3rd or 4th grade, whatever that looks
8, 9.
Yeah.
Now, my mom was a stickler. She was a germ freak.
So you was at a young age then, right?
Yes.
Because I was about 6, 7 years old when we
was
learning how to clean, wash dishes.
Yeah,
we had to learn.
that.
We had to learn the proper
Trash.
way. I remember getting a whooping
Sweeping.
one time for. My mom told me wipe the stairs down. I just put some hot water in there. I thought, I can get to it. And then, so she was wondering why she couldn't smell like no solution. And when she, put it in and she stopped, she started hitting me with the rag. I was like, oh God.
Oh God.
Actually, Hope Children's Service ain't listening to this. So we had a good mother, but she ain't play. She said, why ain't? She said, put some Lysol or something in here. I was like,
Oh my God.
from that point on, man. Nowadays, Shamar, if I don't smell bleach, I feel like it ain't all the way clean.
He got at me today.
Yeah. Them fumes, you got to be coughing.
He's like,
choking,
I was like, I cleaned the bathroom. He's like, I don't smell no bleach. I'm like, you see the bleach right here, bro.
I ain't smell it.
You use the Clorox spray?
I
used the
gallon.
This guy used the
he's
natural
serious.
stuff.
He's not joking.
When I clean up, we gotta get the bleach, put some Lysol.
serious.
We get a
This guy
solution.
said from concentrate.
Yeah.
Seriously. Put hot water.
We gonna make our stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. If your eyes ain't watering,
Stress.
Hey, these kids nowadays ain't cleaning, bro. They ain't learning how to clean at all. They lazy. They lazy as heck. Listen, I feel like our generation, if you 30 plus old and younger, I say 40. Let's say 40 and younger. We are doing a disservice to these doggone lazy kids that they learning how to.
Again? Like Gen X?
We millennials.
No,
we millennials.
they're
What's the
Gen
next
Z
one?
or
Gen
something?
X or
They're
Gen Z?
Gen Z?
I believe.
It's Gen Z is.
They Gen lazy is what they are.
I just
and
made
it
as
is
a
ridiculous.
millennial. I just made it.
Yeah, millennials. We got to do a better job at getting these kids to learn how to clean at an early age. Because I tell you what,
But I feel like we're going away from what we grew up on.
100%,
God.
all the way around.
Me and Shamar, we always talk like there's few parents that we say like I'm not gassing you up. There's few parents that I know that's like got that are the generation before us and they kind of like went in and they kind of preached the same message. Now it's almost like, well, I grew up like that. I don't want to do that with my kids. It's like
It's a lot of that.
There was nothing wrong with how we grew up.
It's a whole lot of that.
Take the good and take the bad, but
Exactly.
don't get away with it. Don't
Exactly.
give everything away.
Man,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a whole lot
Lord.
of babying and petting and spoiling.
Oh yeah.
There's no
spoiling.
balance. There ain't no balance with raising the kid,
There's
and
no
everybody wants to
discipline.
be their kid's friend, or they want to be the cool mom or the cool dad. It's like, man, piss on that. Like for
There's
what?
like no consequence to when they do something.
No, it
Well,
ain't.
my thing
out
is
of
this.
control
Let me say
either.
this before I even go any further, because I know people be getting at me. Yes, I don't have any kids, and this is just from the outside looking in.
We got like
So I can give you
17,000 nieces
So
and
my
nephews.
perspective is coming from the outside looking in. I don't know what it's like.
Well, I'm in it, and I'm saying it.
So yes, I'm taking what
These
you said.
jokers
But
are
what
ridiculous.
I see, I didn't lost where I was going by putting that disclaimer. But what I do see, like you just, God damn it,
Jay, what was you gonna say?
I forgot what I was gonna say. Putting out that.
God, dog, look at his hand. He
No,
can't
because I had
remember.
a thought, but I wanted to put a disclaimer on. 'Cause you know how people, you ain't got kids, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
Listen, I got kids.
It's like, nah.
Listen, I got kids, and my kids are pretty helpful, and they, but I tell you what, they got that when they fall into their lazy moments, it's just like, really, like we would get yelled at sometime if I know y'all seen that. Why y'all walking over that?
Oh, yep, shoes.
We get that, but these jokers, you say that to them, and they just go, where?
That's so true.
So you didn't see that paper towel balled up right there? It's not mine. I mean, is it trash? Is it just throw that joint away? These jokers ain't got no common sense.
I remember what I was about to say.
Oh,
So the problem is that, like you just said, y'all want to be friends. Y'all want to be like, oh, now it's all social media. We got my daughter. We look like we putting on the filters. Like you're raising men and women that ain't there yet.
Yeah.
And you got to establish and install like adult, like life features. Like,
Yes.
I feel like almost, and this might be harsh, but you could judge. I always judge a parent based on like, how are your kids doing that?
Yeah.
These goddamn kids now, you be adults and y'all ain't got nothing to your name. It goes back to did you set them up for life, or was it just
Right.
you're not gonna be a kid forever? Like you can't sit around here. Like man, we was talking to somebody, and it was these two little kids, and we was watching them, and the mama said to the little boy, it's okay to hit her. Hit your sister if she hit you. And we sitting there like, hold on now. We can't teach this little boy to be hitting on little girls. He going to grow up. He going to be a man.
Right.
But no, it's okay because he's a little boy. He's not going to be a little boy forever.
Correct.
And so we got to teach them based on the future and not based on where we at now. Like, we need to start preparing them for life.
Boys. I tell my boys that all the time when they go, especially DJ. I mean, that joker will come with all the force behind him and try to take out one. I'm like, bro,
oh my God,
you realize that's your sister. That's a female.
Exactly, man.
I told them all the other day. Go ahead, hit one of these little girls you want to. Y'all got to deal with me. And if y'all get older and call yourself hitting a girl outside I'm still gonna come down like so. Y'all better hope that y'all bigger, stronger, and faster than I am, because I'm coming for you.
Exactly.
My mom used to say, y'all better not go out here looking crazy or acting crazy. Y'all a reflection of me.
That's right.
But that's real, Nick. What you just said is like, I kind of look at the parent. I'm looking at the kid like, what you doing? Like, I'm looking at the parent crazy, because I'm like, well, your kid is out of control.
Yeah. Man, if your kid is running around out of control, that's a reflection on you.
No, it is.
And you gotta, man, we're not raising kids forever. Like, these are gonna be little, young men and young women, and we need to teach them where they go. And I think it's harder now, honestly. This generation, like I said, I don't have kids, but man, this day and age, it's kind of harder because they're so exposed to so much, man.
Oh my God,
it's scary almost.
It's so
I feel like long as you have control on it, though,
too,
long as you got your finger on it, you know what I mean, then you're good. And it's, I was raised in a very strict household. So, again, I took a lot of those values and all those things and brought them along with me. But at the same time, I incorporated a lot of things that I didn't agree with or that I think should be incorporated into parenting, making sure that I at least keep a pulse on what's going on. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how strict you are and how much you try to shield from your kids. They go learn it from somewhere.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better that they learn it from you. And we had a whole conversation, all of my kids the other day, and they, range from ages 17 to 1. So of course the 1-year-old wasn't talking about this conversation, but
he should have been
again, we was watching something on TV, and then we happened to get in the car, and it was something on the radio, and they was talking about marriage, and it was somebody on there talking about, well, I'm only giving a guy 1 year before he should be proposing to me. And that struck up a conversation on, my daughter was like, well, Dad, what are your thoughts? Like, it turned into a 30-minute conversation, 40-minute conversation amongst all the kids. Well, what do you think about this? Okay, so when love is like this, so just talking about relationships, love, is any of that stuff off limits? Absolutely not. I'd rather them learn from me, learn from my mistakes, my successes, and the successes that they see around us, and realizing that all of it ain't perfect and peachy and cream like how a lot of people. But these conversations, I just love the fact that we have those conversations. You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, I didn't have those conversations. We was always just stay out of grown folk business.
True.
You know what I mean? When we need to teach them some of these things so that they don't grow up.
Yeah, you got to make sure, like, you got to be the head of some of these conversations, like, sex, race, love, things of that nature. Mm-hmm. You don't want to let it be, let the world teach you this type of stuff, because it's starting to be tainted and stuff like that. So it's almost like we got to get in front of it before the world get to our kids. Yeah. It's almost like I was listening to Umar, and I got a love-hate relationship with Umar. Mm-hmm. I like a lot of the stuff he say, but then some stuff is like, man, he a little, a little strong on it. But he was talking about how Tyler Perry had put up he had made a comment saying he didn't want to talk to his son about race yet. He's too young. He says his son is 7 years old, and he doesn't see his kids. The son doesn't see his friends as a color. It's just, these are my friends. And when he come home and talk about his friends, he don't say, this is my black friend, this is my white friend, it's just my friend. So Tyler Perry is saying, I don't want to tear his innocence away from him right now to tell him this, because it's going to be a sad day when his innocence is, taken away and he reveals what race is. But Umar says, like, unfortunately, and this is one of the things I would agree with him, unfortunately, either, they say in studies, like, by the age of 4 or 5, they recognize that I'm different from my classmates. And also some of them even recognize that, or they try to, think that, hey, I'm better than this race. So it's like, whether you think you're doing them a justice by trying to give them an age, man, the world is going to tell them about something. If you don't, tell them the way that you want them to learn it. And I don't want, when we have kids, I don't want the world to teach my kids about, love, about sex, or about race and things. I want to have that conversation to give them the real, so that you're not, confused about this falsehood or how they want to teach stuff around. Like, it's okay to be, and this whole, I'm gonna say it, like this whole, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle thing. It's like, I don't want the world to come to my child and say it's okay to act like this or think like this and stuff. Like, let me give you my opinion, and then
let's talk about it as a family.
We'll talk about it as a family, because I have the right to have a conversation with them. The schools don't have the right. Government don't have a right to teach my kids this type of stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of went on a rant there. I apologize.
No, it's a good rant, though. It's a good rant.
Because it's like I was listening to another person talking about Dwayne Wade and them. They was getting an award at the NAACP awards or something like that for their kid. And it's just like, number one, it's like, y'all getting an award for something that y'all, it's almost like I feel like they're using them like this is our, like, they are famous, so it ain't a claim to fame, but like this is our like project kid or something like that. It's like, y'all got 3 other kids. Y'all be on the fashion shows with just one. The young boy.
Like, bring them all.
Like, if y'all really about your family, have all your family. Why is it always just parading this kid around?
So that's why, like, the Dwayne Wade's ex-wife, the mother, she's been trying to get custody of him because she feels like the son is being exploited by them. So that's a whole thing.
That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. But I just say that to just say, like, the world, like, these are the things that's coming out in the world, and we need to, kind of shield and get in front of these conversations with our kids, so that we can, kind of tell them, like, this is how we feel as the parent to my children. This is how, what we believe in, and this is how we rock. And forget the government, forget all this different stuff. This is how we rock. This is how we roll.
So I feel like common sense ain't being taught either.
Common sense ain't common.
Common sense ain't too common at all. And it is. Common sense just ain't too common. Here's one common sense piece that should be taught too. Cause we were at the gym, and I feel like it was funny. We was at the gym, and swear to guys, so we was asking me and a couple other black guys were laughing about this particular topic, and then the white guys were like, never heard of this. Look, I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all heard of this before.
Okay, I may not have heard of it.
All right.
Okay. Go.
So mainly you, Nick, but you probably heard. I got a feeling you know what I'm talking. I got a feeling.
See,
when you first start talking to a chick, what's something that you don't eat right off the bat?
Anything messy.
Ribs. Oh, spaghetti.
Bam. Yeah.
Anything.
You ever heard of that?
Red sauce in general.
Anything red sauce.
I heard it. I don't know why, but
they put that blood in the spaghetti and get you hooked.
Get that root.
Yeah. Get that root in you.
Get that root on you.
You can't shake it off.
You stay away from the red sauce. Anything red sauce, spaghetti, lasagna, any of that. Stay away from it.
Yeah.
It's like an old school curse type joint where they used to put.
It had to happen. My grandma was talking about it.
That's what I think. My grandma, so they put the minstrel in the doggone spaghetti sauce and then serve it to the guys like their way of getting them to
stay with them forever.
Yeah.
Well, the way some of these guys act these days.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't work.
Worked good, honey.
You can tell. I'm sure all of y'all listening and watching know somebody that's like, we had no clue why. These jokers are staying with these doggone jokers, and
it made no sense.
You got that root. It's either that spaghetti sauce or they got something buried in the backyard.
Oh man,
well, I ain't heard that. Look,
so if you got some drawers or something missing,
really?
buried in her backyard.
I heard that. Yeah,
you did. Oh, I heard that.
Those of y'all with sons out here, teach your sons this common sense piece now.
Keep your drawers.
Yeah, keep them tightly tucked.
Yeah, go get a salad. Go for a coffee. Actually. You know what? Go on a play date first.
Yeah.
Then do the coffee date.
It's called the hangout.
Make sure you get some strong. Get the hangout. Do the hangout.
Get the hangout.
Make sure you get strong fillings first before you eat anything with some red sauce.
Yeah, get the coffee after the. Actually, maybe the coffee before.
Matter of fact, don't even let her cook for you. Just go out to eat.
Yeah.
Or you cook.
Yeah, let them jokers cook.
Yeah, man.
Unless it's her restaurant.
Oh Lord.
Then don't do it.
Yeah, man. But no. Somebody told me once, they said go for that coffee date first because it's quick. In case you don't hear what you like.
Oh, you dang right. You get up out of there.
We out of there.
Just take the coffee to go.
That's what my man just told me. He said it's all coffee dates the first meeting.
Hey.
And then it's the hangout. Then we can
or ice cream. Ice cream is better than coffee too, because ice cream.
Everybody don't drink coffee.
Oh, I get them bubble guts with the ice cream. I can't do no ice cream on the first. We gonna have to go get coffee.
Yeah, good thing that we.
When they get some sherbet.
Oh yeah.
I'm
gonna get slushy.
We met so young that it's like, who cares about this stuff?
Yeah,
you ain't got to be so strategic. We was kids, but it's like you said, this stuff now.
That's what he think.
Man, listen, we went.
Yes,
he has spaghetti. He has spaghetti on the first. I'm just playing.
We went to Steak and Shake.
We went to Steak and Shake. He has some spaghetti.
We went to the movies. I fell asleep, low key. That's
high key. You fell asleep on our first date.
That was tired.
I'm a working man. That's a whole nother thing.
I'm a working man.
I feel like there's a lot of common sense things that are not taught or displayed, right? Which is still another form of being taught to both men and women, right? Let's just say with you. Well, let me see. How can we put this? We'll go with you first, right? And you can just chime in, right? So if you let's say you're around the house just chilling, right? You and Nick, y'all just chilling, y'all hanging out, and you're half naked.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You got on maybe a thin bra.
We ain't got kids, so that's majority of the time,
right?
But we talking about business on here.
Yeah, but then somebody comes to the door. Are you opening up the door?
No, I'm running to the back.
Why?
I ain't got nothing on.
But you got on a bra.
Oh, honey, no, that's a no. Nick is gonna be going get the door.
So you would. What if you knew the guy though?
The guy, that's even worse. I run to the back of my daddy, come to the door. You got to be kidding me. That's a no.
What if it was a sports bra then?
No. I go put on tank tops and some sweatpants, even if it's his stuff. I'm gonna go put on a big hoodie and sweatpants.
What if you home alone?
I ain't answering the door.
What if it was important though?
Like what's important?
What if it was a certified mail? You had to sign for it.
I'm gonna go get it at the mailing place. You see Nick to go get it at something. I'm not answering that door half dressed. Nick's not home and it's the man knocking on my door.
All right, let's say you got on yoga pants and a sports bra.
It's the bra. I wear the pants, but I have to have a shirt on or a big hoodie.
Okay. All right. So do y'all think that that's proper like etiquette for a woman?
Yeah.
To answer the door,
I'm not showing
how would you feel?
my goods.
How would you feel about that if she was to open the door like that? How would you feel?
It's not even about Nick at this point. It's about me. I don't want no one to see my tatas.
I personally would, if it's just a sports bra, like she's like a workout outfit, like you got the yogas on with the sports bra, I wouldn't have an issue.
I'd probably still put on a jacket and zip it up.
But that's on her, and I respect it. I wouldn't have a personal issue because I trust my wife. But I think that like a lace bra, I think might be a little too much to go to the door.
What if it's one of those like thin bras?
Yeah,
it's not quite a sports bra, but it's.
Oh, you talking about the
I think anything.
It looked like a little girl's training bra.
Yeah, you talking about those?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like the not a bralette. Is a bralette? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think anything outside of like maybe like a workout fit. I don't know. Don't go.
A crop top is fine.
If I go to one of my buddy's house and a woman come out just with like a lace bra on, I don't know how I would feel. I'm like, oh, I don't feel right.
You shouldn't be saying that. Like it would. But no, I just don't want people to. I only want Nick to see me that way. Mm-hmm. Or unless we go on a vacation far, far away to another island, yeah, I'm letting it all hang out.
You know what I'm thinking? But
if it's
I get
at
where
the
you're going
house,
because I'm sitting there thinking like because
wait, am I
people
wrong?
walk around with bathing suits on though.
What do you mean?
Because it's different. Because a bathing suit ain't no more than a bra and panties.
I just told you though, if we're out in another like island, I'm letting it all hang out.
Okay, let's just say you just cleaning the house, not you. She was cleaning the house, and that's how she's just cleaning, and somebody comes. So
He's still answering the door. I'm not about to be in no bathing suit in the house or panties and bra answering the door.
What if they was pajama pants, riding the waist?
Yeah, pajama pants are pants, and then I have like a tank top on. Those are pants and a tank top.
I mean, I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Because I'm like, he's asking me like he doesn't understand.
I agree, but this is just it's some etiquette that some women don't.
No, you're right because I've been over a homie house and
whose house?
One of my homies.
We'll talk about later.
And
we'll talk about
his
later.
Will come out with, and it's not just a bra, but she'll come out just with a t-shirt on or no bra. I think that's too much too.
Yeah.
Actually, I went with you.
Yeah, and then the bad part about it, it's like
I couldn't stop looking. I was like, what is going on? I'm just like this. I'm like, what?
She was kind of on the heavier side. It ain't like it was good looking. It was like put them things up.
Don't do that. Her things are good to whoever they're good for.
Yes, but I mean, like,
but they were moving.
That T-shirt, you can kind of. It's almost like you could still be swinging.
Yeah, I seen them. Yeah, they were like down, like looking, like.
But in my opinion, I just think it's like, because like I grew up and I watched like my moms, my aunts, and you know I like to even my most ratchet folk that I know still would, they're like don't open that door,
right?
Or they running. I just thought it was always just like women etiquette type stuff, but some folk don't have that etiquette. No.
They don't actually, man. I done had
and they don't care who knocks on the door, who comes over. It's just like it's fine.
No, and what I don't understand is it's just like, I'm sorry, but real quick, what Nick said is like, you know, people are coming over. Matter of fact, you know, your friends, your boyfriend's male friend is coming over, yet you're still dressed like that. Now I'm coming with you, Nick. Because why would she be still dressed like that around you too? Mm-hmm. It's like,
that's what I'm saying. Part of me, I feel like it's almost like, I don't know. Part of it's like you might not be thinking, but part of it's in the back of your head. You want somebody to see you like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see a problem if you get caught. Well, like you said, you working out and you got the Nike crop, like the sports bra with the matching. Like that's actually a fit.
Like the Fabletic outfits. Yeah. Okay, that's different because it's not like a bra. It's almost like a crop top, and then the high waisted. That's different. Okay, but I won't.
You know them. That. You know them. Victoria's Secret, them lace, like not like. I can't describe them, but you know them bras, and then they push the things up, so they're sitting up here. And
are you talking about them bottom shoes?
You know they got them push up bras that make the girls look good. Yeah. Don't walk to the door with that on.
No.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Let me ask you a question. Speaking of common
sense. Would you walk to the door with drawers on?
No, but I feel like if I wouldn't do it just because. I mean, I respect myself enough not to be open the door unless, you know, if I was at a brothel.
Right. What?
A brothel.
I said, wait, what?
If I was at a brothel, that would be fine. But I mean, if I'm at my crib, I'm not about to answer the door. Like, and then if I got a lady, I think it's disrespectful.
But we even do that amongst men. I done came over to your house, you chilling, and you like, oh, let me go grab a shirt real quick.
Yeah.
It's like, even men, it's like, oh, man, like, let's get ourselves together.
Like, can you put a shirt on?
Let me ask you this. Speaking of the nakedness, how old do you, if there's an age, because I don't know, I'm sure, you know, well, women have kids and, you know, they might walk around when the kid's young. You got a 1-year-old. They might not have any clothes on, but, you know, the kid. Well, at what age do you stop walking around with no clothes on in front of your kids?
That's good.
I never, well, let me say, because my sons, like, I've taken a shower, had them showing them how to take a shower when I would, but that's when they were, like, young. Yeah. But even that.
And I remember taking baths for my dad and stuff like that. We did that as kids.
Yeah, I ain't taking no bath. No, I'm joking. It's the same thing.
We were small enough. We were small enough that it was me, my brother, and my dad. Like, we're small.
Yeah.
Probably, like, younger than Dom.
Man, I got to say, like, man, 1, 2. Like, yeah, listen.
Yeah, that's good.
The minute my man was up in there and I'm showing him, like, this how you use the bathroom. My man's like, Dad's peep. Ooh, your
Dominic
pee-pee.
is something different, man. I swear to God.
My man is sitting there looking at his and looking at it just like, so yeah, big dog.
Well, see, here's the thing.
You can't be in here no more.
I'll still get naked in front of my mom.
Well, you grown now, though. And I think women can get away with that a lot more.
And my sister.
No, like, your brothers ain't getting naked in front of their dad, though.
No.
Women can do that.
No. Yeah, but my mom, I'm like, come to the doctor's appointment with me. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to be by myself.
Bro, I know women that still, like, they young, like, maybe up, like, 7, 8 years old. They still walking around getting, like, they'll walk past naked in front of their little sons.
I know. Listen, I know a mother who would let their son in the bathroom while they showered, see everything, and she would sleep naked. And if he came in there, come on. It was like, oh, they're just tits.
When you get to a point and
the joker was 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yep.
and it's kind of just like, yo, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's strange.
That's the Oedipus complex.
I know this one.
Yes,
mother.
you teaching them incest.
You're
I know this
teaching
one
them
mother.
incest.
I know this one mother. She got a little kid, and then she got an older kid. Like she.
Nick, I said that's a goddamn no. We're not gonna talk about.
We're not
gonna talk about this, Nick.
So she got a young kid. She got a young baby that's breastfeeding, and then she got an older one. But she'll breastfeed. But then the other kid will kind of walk in and look like. What's
I can't believe he's saying this. I can't believe he's saying this right now. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm getting out of here.
Listen,
that's enough.
Hey, well, people will be like, "Well, that's the way we choose to live and to choose to raise our." But that's common sense says, don't let your old kid. That's clearly because listen, I watched this documentary. Kids are watching porn. I think starting at the age it was 5 now is when they have access to it.
Wow,
y'all gotta watch this. I gotta send this documentary, y'all. It's wild. They had a whole bunch of it was like kids from the age of 7 to 20. So all of them were just going back and forth talking about social media, porn, and like sex. Sex really ain't a huge thing with this generation now because they were exposed to it so early. And they got addicted to what they seen visually versus actually doing it. When they actually with somebody in person, it's not the same effect.
Oh my God,
it's wild.
So desensitizing them.
But the common sense says your kid who more than likely got access to this should not be laying in bed with you butt naked, and they shouldn't be watching you lather up in soap either. And you think it's perfectly fine. They 9, 10 years old. You
that's my kid. That's my kid. I do what I want. Okay. Yeah. Common sense.
Like they know what
because that means that they can walk in on anybody else because they think it's fine because they see you naked and they're like, oh, my mom lets me do it.
Yep. Common sense ain't common.
Bro, they say that up to a kid, they got like that, and I'm about to butcher this, so bear with me. They say like it's a part of the brain that I forget what the word is, but it's like up to 7 years old, the brain is like a sponge, and it's almost like a program in every little thing. Past 7, it's like that part of the brain is almost like concealed with all of this information and everything that was put on. So the problem is like now, if you like you said, we're taking showers, we're seeing this stuff up to the age of 7 now. Oh, it's okay I see my mom naked. Can I see you naked, or can I see this? Or it's like, yo, we gotta.
They playing house early.
Yeah, they definitely gonna mimic what they see at home.
Right,
yeah, we was playing house early.
Yeah. Okay, Nick. Please just stop this.
That's what I'm saying. Like
my husband, please. No, we're done.
I think the ultimate. You said something. that was golden, and I think that everybody need to take notes on it. If you can just have a pulse on everything that's going on, and just to pay, like the second I think we get too relaxed and let them start figuring stuff out is where things go, and it's like it gets out of control. But when you have a system, a structure, and a pulse of what's going on, and you're paying attention, I think that you can kind of keep this stuff under control as much as you can. Like we wasn't allowed growing up. We wasn't allowed to just be in a room by ourselves with our girl cousins. I know that's your cousin stuff, but it's like
kids are curious.
My mom, they always say, no, get somebody else in there. Like, y'all got to stay in groups and packs and stuff like that. It's like, y'all not just about to wander off because it's like you're curious. It's like.
And the little girls don't be sitting on no laps.
Oh, no grown men lap, no teenage
I don't care if it's your uncle, your
nobody.
older cousin. No.
Or don't be picking up and having a little girl straddling you while you carrying her. We don't do that.
Man, like you really got to pay attention. I had one time I had my niece, and she was young, and she stopped sitting on my lap, and she's sitting there, and she looked at me like, "What's that?" Get off of me. I haven't held. This was like she was like 2 or 3, and I'm like, no, we not doing this no more.
Mm-hmm. Like, so they see that print and they go and they catch it and they touch it. What's that?
I got something
like, whoa,
said, catch it. It was getting. You know what?
Well, nah, they be what's that? And
like,
whoa. You be wanting to toss them across the room like, hey,
man, I took her and said, no, get off me. Don't even come sit on my lap no more. I'm like,
listen, we talking about common sense ain't not being too common. Kanisha, listen, it's a mic right there. I need you to grab that mic. I'm about to ask you this question. Hey, turn her mic up. It's number 1.
No, I want to ask Kanisha the question that.
No, you can stay back there.
I'm like I'm on a church service.
I want to ask Kanisha the question that we just talked about.
Which one?
She has a young son.
Oh yeah, ask her that one first. Just you got to turn it on.
I turned it up.
Checking.
Right, yep, you in there.
At what age did you stop, you know, I understand, you know, when you got a young son and you got to get changed and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm changing, but, you know, he might just be in a room. At what age did you stop changing in front of your son?
Well.
You still doing it?
No, I don't change in front of him. I shut my door now.
Do you shower in front of him?
No, I do not shower in front of him.
Do you sleep
and then
naked?
I start.
Did he come into bed?
He don't come in my bed.
Okay.
We have progressed because he liked to sleep in my bed. And so I have a lock on my door because he has this habit of getting up and like I told him he couldn't go to, I said, you can't go to, I said, you got to go to bed. And he's like, I could come in here at 3. Oh. He said, because that's the next day. I'm like, no, stay your monkey tail in the bed.
Well, he is smart though. That's the mean.
So, you know, even now he'll like, I left my towel in my room. So I had to run to the back and run into my room. It's right across the hall. And then he was sitting there like, he was just like, Mommy.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you know what, Tonio, go in your room. Anybody got time for that? Go to my. I said, go there. So, you know, I got me a robe now. But I would say,
got me a robe now.
Yeah. I would say that the age he started paying attention, I would say about 4.
That's what Monica said once he started identifying.
So let me ask you this. If you, let's say you cleaning around the house.
Yeah.
You got on some Spanx.
Yeah.
And the bra.
Yeah.
We'll start with sports bra.
Let's do sports bra. Okay.
Somebody knock on the door. You answering it?
No.
Why?
Because that's no.
Okay. What if you got on pajama pants and it's just riding the waist?
Do I have on a sports bra?
Yeah.
I'm not answering the door in a bra.
What do?
And any kind of bra? Do it matter what kind of bra?
What do you mean by?
No, I'm not.
Like it ain't.
It ain't all the way up there, right?
Know, women wear the high waisted ones, or
if I'm
riding the waist is
like
sagging.
Yeah.
Oh,
because it's like pajama pants. You know, pajama pants aren't like tight.
Right.
They're like loose fitting. So when you're doing stuff, it's kind of
it's
riding the waist.
Everything's smooth.
Yeah.
Right. I like that feeling.
Right. No, I don't. But I don't. If I'm cleaning around the house, I usually don't have on a sports bra. I have on a shirt.
And that's it.
Yeah, short and pants.
Okay, so would you answer the door for somebody?
With my sports bra on?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
So what if you knew the person though and you're comfortable with them?
If it's like my best friend, I would.
Guy best friend?
No. No, I don't have any guy best friends that wouldn't.
So we're speaking of the male species.
Oh.
The male species. Would you?
No, I don't have a male.
So you wouldn't answer the door at all?
No, I would say 1 second in a minute.
Right. Hold on 1 second. Give me a second.
Give me a second.
What if you, here's a good one. What if your door was like cracked and you just cleaning whatever and they came and y'all locked eyes or whatever? They seen you already.
That's your fault.
Right. I still would say, hold on 1 second. Wait.
I'm like,
you go answer the door then?
If he came in?
No, not came in.
But he seen me.
He just happened to see you while knocking on the door.
Right. I'm still going to say, give me 1 second and I'm going to go put on a shirt.
I'm not going to just stand here boobed out.
That takes me to a story. I had the other day, about a week ago. Somebody was knocking at the door. It's about 8 o'clock. Now, you know, I typically don't sleep in no pants. I get hot and stuff like that. So I'm like somebody knocking at the door. Now I'm halfway asleep. You know, when you wake up, you get kind of dizzy, and it's like you still know. I'm looking for my pants. I can't find. So I just get the door. It's my father. I said, I'm sorry. Father. So he was dropping something off for Shamar. He said, y'all wasn't answering the door. So all I had on was just my beater and my jaw. I said, I'm sorry. You know, he said, it's all right.
He couldn't find his.
Are we having a conversation?
But it was so nice. No, it was so nice though because my dad had brought me and Nick breakfast and coffee.
Oh, sweet.
It was like 7.
But it was early in the morning. I sleep differently than people, so I couldn't get the door. And
you sleep just like the rest of us. Mm-hmm. Good job, friend.
Thank you. I sleep different.
You ain't the only one, friend.
Get the door
for a minute. I'm like, oh, Dad, give me 1 second.
You know when the girls wake up, they tank top you. One is out this way, one is in here.
Yes.
I'm like, God damn, put this back in there. Yeah, I can't.
Correct.
I can't answer the door.
Correct. I get it.
I like it like that when she wake up like that. Start the day off good.
I woke up one day and Nick wasn't home, and I had shocked myself. I had looked in the mirror in the bathroom. I turned on the light. I'm like, how the hell? I just took a picture and said, Nick, this how I woke up.
Did you rush home?
No, he was gonna send the emoji with the tongue. I'm like,
Good job.
Good job, Nick. That's my favorite part of the day when she wake up all flabbergasted.
Good job,
I move
Nick.
around myself when she sleep.
That's why you gotta make moves.
Wait, what?
You gotta act.
Nothing.
Act fast.
I'm proud of you, Nick. I'm proud of you.
I got a rule. She don't sleep with no bra in the bed. Don't get in my bed with that bra.
Oh, your rule.
No, seriously.
No, that's, I
He
think.
won't let me wear one.
Because,
Oh, that's his rule? Oh, I just thought that was just a woman's rule.
Well, that's, she like to get in the bed. Sometimes I reach over and I feel that strap on the shoulder.
No, because sometimes before bed, I don't wear one when I'm sleeping, but I'll sometimes get in the bed just chilling with him and have my bra on. But if he in the bed, he's like, what's that? And I'm just like,
easy access, huh, Nick?
He's like,
Easy access.
It's just the way I sleep now as a man.
He got to the point he know how to take it off with one hand.
I gotta get that strap off now.
That's pretty good. Latch. That's pretty good.
Oh, the latch, y'all.
What are some other woman things that are just? This is just what. Women,
like take their hands off when they get home.
Who?
Oh yeah.
Oh, etiquette. Sorry, I thought you said when they get home. I thought
no, you look like
no. You talk about
like
regular woman stuff.
Door.
Yeah, like when you get home from work, you're like, let me take these clothes off.
Can I say
a lot of women do?
Can I say one thing before she say this? I'm scared to have kids now because it's like everything that we do is.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to alter that.
We gotta alter our man because it's like
she
can't be waking up and the sun is and her things is hanging out the beater. Now it's like
now I'm a firm believer now. When they babies and they infants and all that, put on the show, big dog.
Yeah.
It's their fault for waking up and screaming
They're gonna
and
be
all
sucking
that.
on it anyway.
And I also believe that babies shouldn't stop the show. You got all these folk talking about, oh, my kid sleeps in the bed. Okay, well that's your fault.
That's your fault.
Why is that stopping the show? Well, the baby sleeps in the room, the baby's crying.
You better get that.
Whatever the baby is crying for, let them cry for an extra 10, 15 minutes. Go ahead, get your rocks off and do your thing, and then you go ahead and tell. The joke ain't going nowhere.
Listen, my dad made sure he got a. My dad made sure that he got a bed with wheels, right?
Oh, the one where
yeah, but it was a big one. He literally would take my brother and push him in the hallway.
Nice. I like that. Like a
That's what he would do when he was like screaming, and he pushed him in the hallway just like that.
You gotta get it done.
And then at that point, we're waking up because we're like,
oh, the baby.
But that was our cue. You better get your brother or don't touch him at all.
Exactly.
I knew this couple. They, you know, when the baby's first bed, put him in the dresser drawer and stuff like. They just close the drawer.
Nick, you ain't never had no goddamn. He lying, y'all.
Goddamn.
He lying.
What? And the Quaker.
All right, we wrapping up. We got to get up out of here.
Oh
we got to get up out of here. Hey, common sense just ain't too common nowadays. Listen, please. No. Men and women, right? We focus a lot on women etiquette. Please don't answer the door no more. Like, don't expose your respect. Have enough respect for yourself. And if you in a relationship,
can I say one? Can I say one more?
And have enough respect for if you're in a relationship for your man not to do that. In a month, spaghetti sauce.
Wow.
Don't eat spaghetti on the first date.
That was my takeaway.
If it tastes a little like coin and change,
throw it away.
What?
Get some mouthwash and throw it away.
If it tastes like pennies, don't eat it.
I don't know what that means.
Ja Morant, get it together, please.
Yes.
Get parents, please. Let's be better. Look, we worded. I worded. We just got to be better.
Be better. Then we're gonna be on sale.
We got to be better.
Wait a minute.
We got to be better. Hey, so until next time. Play the moments.
Stop it.
Positive memories. Play the moments. Positive memories. Stop the pain. Keep it having this on repeat.
Wow.
Peace.
Wow. Bye. See y'all later.
Whoa, wait. Before you cut it off, we just want to take the time to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Blended Views Unfiltered. We want to thank all of our faithful listeners and all of you who have not tuned in faithfully, but you're just now tuning in to all of our nonsense. My man Nick got a message for y'all.
Always remember, if you guys ever wanted to write into the podcast to just tell us about your relationship, ask us any questions, get our advice on everything. This is Blended Views, so we could give you a view that you might not see in your day-to-day relationship. Always remember, write us in at info@blendedviewsunfiltered.com. That is info@blendedviewsunfiltered.com. I would spell it. I don't know how to spell all of those words. So let's just keep it at info@blendedviewsunfiltered.com.
And he's not lying. Y'all know he struggles with that. So after y'all get done with all of that boring stuff and you want to just write in and tell me how delicious I look, make sure that you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And don't forget, we are streaming on all streaming platforms. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. Make sure you tune in, subscribe to every single channel as we release content every single week. Until next time, play the moments, positive memories, stop the pain, and keep the happiness on repeat. Peace.
Bye.